My name is Pastor Darin Putthoff in Topeka, Kansas. We are a church plant of about 6 years now. We are kind of a different church. We all come, all of our musicians come from let's just say a rock and roll background. So that kind of comes out in us on Sunday mornings. But it's one of those churches that in our city, there wasn't a lot of churches really designed to reach lost people. And I left a lucrative sales job to start a church from scratch, and everybody thought we were crazy. After about year 6, we'd kind of hit that lid. We kind of hit that 100 adult lid and just couldn't break through it. So we started searching, and I reached out to Richard off of a Facebook ad, and kind of the rest is history. We started off by signing up for the 7-day, I believe back then it was 7-day trial, and or maybe it was a 30-day trial, I can't remember, but we signed up for the trial period and had a meeting. Had about 19 adults show up to our meeting, and we kind of went around the room and said, hey, is this the type of consulting that we want? And everybody unanimously said yes, and we took up a little love offering, and double the amount of money came in that we needed to pay for the whole program right up front. So we went all in right from the beginning, and I think we've hiccuped on a couple months due to Christmas and a couple things, but I think we are in module 16 now. So we just had our 16th module last night, and it's been fantastic. Well, when we kept hitting that lid, we kept hitting the lid on around 90 to 100 adults. I went before the church and told them I felt like I just wasn't living up to what I was supposed to be doing as a pastor. And so I'd started seeking out options to just get better as a leader. And I thought, man, there's no better way. We get consultants. We hire consultants for every other thing in life, whether it's our money, our health, our education. I mean, so why wouldn't we hire a consultant to help us break through a lid in a church? And when I started researching Jerry especially, I was like, man, this is our guy, and we just went after it. We had just come to a point where we knew we needed something different. And so that's kind of the initial, plunge that we took. I think the most thing that we recognize after we've joined 24toDouble is just the obvious structure that came to our church, came to our staff, came to our leaders. There was an excitement. Our lead team went from around 15 people to up. We've doubled just our lead team. We do Sunday nights once a month. We call it 24D lead team training. And we've doubled even our leaders in the last year and a half or so that we've been doing this. But we just came to a point where we knew we needed a change. We needed some help. And, there's times in ministry as a pastor, you can just feel it. You can feel it inside. It's like, man, I need some help. And that's kind of why we pulled the trigger on 24toDouble initially. As the lead pastor, it's really changed my life a lot to be in this program, because it's excited or ignited my initial staff, my initial pastor staff, my associate pastors, my worship team pastors, the guys that have been closest to me. I would say there's about 5 of us that are on my our original staff, and they are all still here intact. But now there's a new energy even in them. So to get everybody up close to me, ignited, has made a big difference for me as a senior pastor, because now it's like we're all in this at a new level together. And I think that's been a significant change for us. Man, I would say I've actually referred a few of my friends to 24toDouble, to Richard, to Jerry. If you are in the decision-making process, this is a great deal. The access that you get to Richard and to Jerry, the contents. If you're sitting on the fence right now trying to decide whether or not you should do it, it's kind of a no-brainer. We looked at it as, we're at a point where we need to change, and to pull the trigger on something like this just made total sense to us. We did not have the money set aside for this program. It was amazing when I called this initial meeting to get our church's take on moving forward with this. Like I said, we just, in a simple love offering, I showed the initial video that you guys sent about the breakdown of what the meeting was, and the people were so excited. We doubled the cost of the program just in a simple love offering. I told the church initially I was to the point I was going to pay for it myself, because I knew that we needed something that bad. And man, I would just encourage everybody, pull the trigger, just do it, whatever cliche you want to throw out there, but take a risk. The risk of riskless living is the greatest risk of all. And take a chance, and I guarantee you that you're going to enjoy every minute.